Did you know that 95% of our thoughts are repetitive and 80% of those thoughts tend to be negative? That means most people are stuck in a cycle of doubt, fear, and limitation without even realizing it. If you want to break free and unlock unlimited income potential, I believe that this video is going to change your life. Every thought you think is either a thought of abundance and opportunity or a thought of limitation, doubt, and scarcity. So let's dive in and rewire your mind to succeed. Number one, the battle is in your mind. Proverbs 23:7 says, "As a man think in his heart, so is he." The thoughts you dwell on determine the reality you live in. If you believe money is hard to make, it will always feel out of reach. If you believe opportunities are scarce, you'll never recognize them when they come. You see, your mind is a battlefield and every thought is a seed. Are you planting seeds of wealth and growth, or are you planting weeds of fear and self-doubt? I want to talk about optimizing for speed of implementation. One of the biggest limitations we place on ourselves is not doing things in time. Wealthy individuals don't just think, they act, and they act fast. Every moment you delay is a moment you lose to someone else who is willing to take action. Think about this. Jeff Bezos built Amazon from a garage, not by waiting until he had everything figured out, but by moving with speed and adjusting along the way. And in the world of digital entrepreneurship, it thrives on execution, not just ideas. You must optimize for speed. Learn, implement, adjust, and repeat. And if you turn to the Bible, one of my favorite books, the Bible is full of abundance. God never intended for us to live in lack. Philippians 4:19 declares, "My God will supply all your needs according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus." Now that doesn't mean you're not going to go through tough times. Even the Apostle Paul said, "I know how to be abased and I know how to abound. I also know how to suffer need, and I also know how to live in abundance." But the majority of problems that we have in this society are a direct result of the actions that we take in our life. You see, there's no shortage of resources, only a shortage of action and faith. Let's look at the story of the widow in 2 Kings chapter 4. She thought she had nothing but a small jar of oil. But when she obeyed the prophet Elisha and started pouring, the oil kept flowing until she had more than enough to pay off her debts and to live in abundance. So the lesson here is what you need is already in your hands, but you must act in faith. So digital entrepreneurship is now one of the fastest paths to wealth. We live in an era where you can generate income from anywhere in the world. No more waiting on gatekeepers. You literally have the ability to put your own TV show on the internet. And one of the fastest ways to build wealth today, again, is through digital entrepreneurship, leveraging online businesses, automated systems, and scalable income streams. Ask yourself, are you spending hours consuming content but not creating anything? Are you delaying action because you think you need to be perfect? Start before you're ready. Build, test, improve. My own journey. I chose faith over fear when I started my journey as an online entrepreneur. I had every reason to doubt myself. I didn't have the right connections, the perfect skill set, or the roadmap to success. But I had faith, and I took action on everything I possibly could, trusting God to do the rest. And I learned the hard way in my life that hesitation costs money. Every second I would spend doubting was a second I could have been learning, building, or networking. And one of my favorite quotes is, "Do everything you can and then stand still and see the salvation of the Lord." Or work like everything depends on you and pray as if everything depends on God. So your next breakthrough isn't waiting on perfect conditions. It's waiting for you to move in faith. So let's talk about rewiring your mind for abundance. The key to breaking free from limiting beliefs is to consciously replace them with empowering ones. Instead of "I can't afford it," say "How can I afford it?" Instead of saying "I'm not ready," say "I'm learning as I go." Instead of "opportunities are scarce," say "opportunities are everywhere for those who seek them." Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." That means making a daily habit of feeding your mind with abundance, studying God's promises, and surrounding yourself with high-level thinkers. So your next step will be to take massive action. Success is not for those who wait, it's for those who create. Here's your challenge. I want you to identify one limiting belief that has been holding you back, and I want you to replace it with an empowering belief. And then again, as I always preach, take one immediate action today that moves you closer to your goal. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 4 warns, "Whoever watches the wind and will not plant, whoever looks at the clouds will not reap." So if you wait for perfect conditions, you will never get started. So take action now. The only limits in your life are the ones you accept. Break free, act fast, trust God, and watch your income skyrocket. And that's it for this video. And if this video has somehow changed your life in some way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with somebody who might need it. and I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you soon.